This is Tomo News for Monday, December 4th. Body modification enthusiasts take note. A Canadian model could be losing one of her eyes after a botched procedure left it swollen and purple. Months ago, CATT Gallinger had her sclera stained by a tattoo artist who was also her then-boyfriend. The artist was horribly inexperienced. He didn't mix the ink with saline and used a large needle instead of a small one. The injection went too deep into the eye, delivering too much undiluted purple ink in one go, and resulted in an infection. Gallinger felt intense pain shortly afterward and began leaking purple ink from her eye. She was prescribed antibiotic eye drops, which only helped spread the infection. Soon, a clump formed around her cornea and her eyes swelled shut. Doctors were supposed to operate on the 24-year-old so they could cut out the lump, then do an amniotic tissue graft to replace lost tissue. Gallinger attempted to go in for surgery without sedation in November, but suffered the worst panic attack of her life. The missed operation has put her at a higher risk of eye loss, and though sedated surgery is still a possibility, she claims she's now considering eye removal. Gallinger has been open about her ordeal and hopes it will serve as a cautionary tale to anyone wanting to get similarly risky procedures done. The Ontario government has since added a ban on cosmetic eye tattoos to avoid more cases like Gallinger's. In Russia, animals have the right to bear arms. A wild bear turned the tables on a hunter after making off with not one, but two of the man's firearms. The 57-year-old had taken refuge at a remote cabin in Siberia's Irkutsk region and was out getting water when a brown bear snuck into his sanctuary. The animal seemed taken with some hunting rifles and latched onto them. When the man returned, he spotted the bear and quickly ran into the woods, where he hid for several hours. By the time he came back to the cabin, the bear was gone, but so were his Vepr carbine and IZH shotgun. For the next few days, the hunter searched the taiga for his guns, but failed miserably. He finally called the cops, who are now investigating the bizarre incident. So far, they found bite marks on a plastic bucket and scratches on some logs at the cabin. No leads on the rifle-stealing bear, though, who's probably out somewhere having fun at getting to be the hunter instead of the hunted. Meanwhile, the actual hunter is facing a fine and could forfeit his right to buy and use guns for a year. All thanks to a gun-crazy bear. Musk bids to build Windy City Express pods. Sick of sitting in Chicago traffic day in, day out? Elon Musk may be able to help out with that. Elon Musk's Boring Company has put in a bid to build an express transit link between O'Hare Airport and downtown Chicago. Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel announced the city would be accepting proposals to build an express service from the airport to downtown last Wednesday. Musk tweeted the announcement, saying the Boring Company will compete to fund, build, and operate a high-speed loop connecting Chicago O'Hare Airport to downtown. The loop would be a system of tunnels underneath the city that would use electric pods rather than a vacuum tube like the Hyperloop concept. The proposed route would be less than 20 miles and would need to take less than 20 minutes. The Boring Company will need to present plans on design, finance, construction, operation, and maintenance of the loop system. No taxpayer money will be made available for the project.